Now, let's get into our favorite segment. I have called, this is in quotations, hey man, check this out. As we
Okay.
bring albums to each other, this week is Shannon, which is the enemy, was it
Amity
enemy
Amity
Affliction.
Affliction.
affliction? Shannon,
Amity
take it
Affliction.
away. How do we know about this band, Shannon? Is this one of your
You know,
rotations?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember how I got this band.
Okay.
My guess is a friend was just like, "Hey man, have you heard this? Check it out." And I did, and I
Ta-da!
was like, okay. But I have no idea because I know probably right around the time when Let the Ocean Take Me, when the first album came out, I was listening to it. So
Gotcha. So since
that's
this
been a
is
minute.
your album, how about you start out with the rating, what you thought about it?
Well, so the first one, right? Because there's
Okay.
Let the Ocean Take Me, and then there's the Redux that they did. So for Let the Ocean Take Me, I say 9 out of 10, easy. The Redux, I have a hard time with. And I don't know if it's like nostalgia for just kind of like the rawness that is the first one. Like
I
the
understand what you're
Redux, right?
saying.
The Redux was so polished. They added, they kind of balanced everything better, I think.
The mixes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know, I felt like it lost something.
I have
Uh,
that issue sometimes when people redo like stuff in the 70s and 80s a lot.
I mean, if it doesn't sound like it's in a tin can, why are we even
I
listening to it?
know.
I'm saying, it's just why not?
It's got to have uh that art style s to it where he was in his closet singing like to the music or whatever, or the bathroom. You're like, what's
In a
this for?
bathroom playing an accordion case? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going off just the album itself. So if you're saying the old one, you're giving it a 9, but the Redux, I'm guessing you're giving it a 7.
I'd give it an 8. I'd still put it in the bitchin' category.
The bitching category.
Like
Okay.
higher bitchin', because like 7 is technically still bitchin', right? But I'd give it
Sure.
like the higher bitchin'.
The higher
Um,
bitching.
because I mostly notice the difference in like the songs that I'm super in love with. Let the Ocean Take Me, Pittsburgh, like those songs when they're so well polished like that. I'm like, missing the rawness of it. And I feel like especially for an album like this, which is about, addiction and soul and suicidal thoughts and things like that, to have it be pretty is
Sure. I mean, I can understand that. Because I don't know about this band or anything like that. So I just like, okay, whatever which one I have. I don't even know which one I listen to, the Redux or that one. I have no idea. Um, but John,
Yeah.
what did you think about it, my friend?
So I listened to them. I listened to it like one time through the original one, and then I put it away for the
The
main
month.
course here. And
Okay.
then and then I listened to them back to back like a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I can agree with the rawness of the first one, and I didn't. I mean, as far as production value goes, yeah, things were more polished, and it seems like they added more lyrics or something because he seemed to like to say the word "fuck" a lot in these songs.
Well, I can appreciate
So,
that.
well, anyone can,
Anyone can, yeah.
anyone can. It's that was the big thing I noticed. I was like, oh, every song now has an E next to it for, explicit lyrics or
Explicit, yeah.
whatever. And I was like, huh, I guess that was a conscious decision. But I was like, yep, it still sounds like Five Finger Death Punch to me. So, um, and that might just be because the kicks are triggered in a certain way, and
Sure.
all of that kind of nerdy production stuff that no one cares
We
about.
know. We
That
know.
well, yes, we know, but
We know.
we know.
Because we have insight to some of that stuff, and we kind of
Yeah.
can open the curtain a little bit and like be like, oh, they did this and that. To Shannon, it's just like it's just music, whatever it is, you know.
My
Yeah.
little feelies.
Yeah.
Your little feelies, you
My
know.
little feelings.
So when
Yeah,
it
your
comes to
feelings.
that, we have this obligatory rule to ourselves to be like, all right, we're going to critique this just a little bit different. And I guess you're going to give it what, a 7.5 to 8, John? Sounds like it.
Yeah, I gave it a solid 8. I mean, it was good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Like as soon as
Okay.
like the first like 3 seconds, I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff right here.
Okay. Cool.
You
All
know.
right.
So
All right.
um
Look at you with your black
that's
nails.
Oh yeah, aren't they cute? I was like, I'm gonna paint my nails. And then I did, and I was like, I don't know why I don't paint my nails more often. Like they're so pretty. And then I started picking at them. Like this is one day, and I'm already like peeling the stuff off. I'm like, oh, that's why I don't paint my nails.
That's why you don't.
why I don't do it.
Because
Yeah.
I have them for like
Uh,
8 hours, and then I'm already like picking at them.
All right.
I can't see it, so I don't know.
That's okay. You're not
I don't
missing
know
Well,
what
much.
they
they're
look like.
beautiful.
I
You're
know.
not missing much.
I imagine so. I imagine
Yeah.
that they are.
Um, I will not hide my feelings in this one. I really did not care for it. Uh, it was it was kind of brutal for me to go through, to be honest. I'll give it a 6. It just sounded like a deathcore band to me, like any other deathcore band. There wasn't anything exciting about it, but you're talking to a guy that has listened to just so much of the spectrum of things. This just falls in the middle of meh. You know, I can appreciate the legacy of the band because it's been around for a while. And when people are into it, I'm not going to rain on somebody's parade when they're like, man, it's an 8, 9. Cool, man. I'm glad it is. But it doesn't do nothing for me because it sounded like suicidal silence if I listened to them. You know what I mean? And it's just that deathcore, it doesn't do much for me. Like it's all breakdowns. A lot of your songs are just breakdowns, which I
I see no
mean,
problem with this.
it's the
I'm not
same
sure what the
breakdown
issue
over
is.
and over. It's the same formula. A lot of bands have the same formula, and some bands do it very, very well. Which we're going to talk about. The band we're going to talk about. There's a formula there that we're we're going to talk about in a
We're
few.
gonna talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. But that formula that they have, it does nothing
It
for
works.
me. It works for them.
It
Which
works for
band?
them.
Are you talking about the Affliction band or are you talking about the other band? The other band we'll
Yeah.
talk about in a minute. We'll talk about them in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, let's not
With
jump the gun here.
let's not jump the gun. Affliction to me, I have never heard of them. They kind of lump in as you got the A tiers of deathcore, you got B's, they're in the C. Like they're just there and they're that you hear from like Shannon, hey, you should listen to this band because you listen to that band. Or hey, check this out because you check them out. They don't get notoriety as those bigger ones, which kind of sucks. I feel bad for the people that like they're like, man, they should be a bigger band. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're in the right place they should be. Right?
I mean, certain bands are
Certain
just
bands.
better not being big.
And they do their own thing. And I'm glad Shannon and I'm glad you liked it, but it fell to I listened to it one time through. I had no passion to listen to it again. Sorry.
Ugh.
Not sorry.
Ugh. Mm.
Am I missing something? Am I
Yes.
missing? John, am I missing something in this album?
I don't think so. I mean, you know, again, it's you either I think they fall into you either like this kind of thing or you don't.
I'm not. I don't even like Suicide Silence. I don't even like deathcore. I think like Whitechapel, I really could care. I just there's no appeal to me to that genre. Like there's nothing that like gravitates me to it, like at all. I'm just
No,
that
I get
old,
that.
and it you know,
Yeah.
just saying.
No, I know it